go to Fort Irwin, California. California. Man, we got orders to freaking Fort Irwin, California. That's 2.5 hours from Vegas, 2.5 hours from Los Angeles. Psh, can't wait till we get there. Fort Irwin was the first duty station that I had in the Army where I enjoyed being in the Army. It was a great time. It was, we had fun at Fort Irwin. Man, California was such a magical place. We did a lot of traveling, Vegas, San Diego, Los Angeles. It was a fun time. It was, I have nothing bad to say about Fort Irwin for the fact that it takes you forever to get to civilization because once you make that 30-mile trip on Irwin Road, then you got to go to freaking Barstow, which is garbage. Then you got Victorville, then Ontario, then the other cities. But Fort Irwin was fun. When I arrived there, initially was going to be in the warehouse, and they ended up moving me. They had a position for a battalion safety NCO. And I was a sergeant at the time, and this was a staff sergeant position. So I interviewed with the command sergeant major. He said, hey, you good. So my job for the 2 years, we was at Irwin from 05 to 07. So for the 2 years I was at Fort Irwin, I was the battalion safety NCO. And my battalion commander, I knew him from Fort Hood. He was the SPO. He was a major in the support operations, and then he ended up getting promoted to become a battalion commander. So I already knew him, so we already had a relationship because I had to deal with the SPO on a daily basis. So he was like, all I want you to do, Sergeant Anderson, I had 2 warrant officers that worked in my office with me. It was 2 W-4s who was like at the brink of retirement. They were pilots. They handled all the air safety issues, and I handled all the ground safety issues. And it was a great relationship. I mean, it was a big boy, autonomous environment. Our only requirement from our battalion commander, we had command and staff every Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, we would go out to training areas, rifle ranges. Anytime they're doing anything training-wise or whatever, we would go document, take pictures, put the slides together, brief it on Wednesday. And Thursday and Friday, we'd do our own little office thing, office hours, executive time and all that. And Fridays, my warrant officers, when I first got there, once we started getting everything in sync, he said, what are you doing on Friday? I said, well, I got I had issues in Iraq with my foot, so I'm going to get an injection. And he said, yeah, just he said, can you schedule that every Friday? So I'm like, Chief trying to set me up. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do it every Friday, Chief. I got dog. I can't take all them steroids. But he was getting to a point where he didn't want to show up on Fridays. And the other chief was like, I ain't showing up on Fridays. Because the battalion commander already told us his requirements, what he wanted us to do. Hey, why are you coming here on Fridays? So it was Fridays I would be in there by myself, and he would call and say, hey, you in the office? I said, yeah, Chief, working on something. He said, dude, leave. So it got to the point I started listening to the songs they were playing, right? And I will tell you, for about a year, we was only there 2 years. For that last year, I couldn't tell you if I worked on Fridays. It was a big boy environment. Again, like I stated, that was the first time in the Army where I enjoyed being in the Army. Life was good. I was a sergeant. I had made staff sergeant in Fort Irwin. Me and my wife, we earned our associate's degree at Fort Irwin, and everything was hunky-dory. We had a great time. And throughout all that enjoyment, I ended up getting orders to freaking Korea. Whoa. So now it's 2007, February. And I found out my wife was pregnant with our son. Same day we found out we were pregnant, I received orders to go to Korea. Oh my gosh. How's this all going to work?